All right, Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine. We're here at Syn Shop, which not exactly what you think. This is actually a makerspace in downtown Las Vegas. We're going to talk with Pavel next. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine over at geekazine.com and youtube.com/Geekazine. We're here at Syn Shop, and we're at downtown Las Vegas, so we're right on the edge of the Fremont Street experience. Mm-hmm. And this is a nice big, what I used to grow up in type shop where a lot of wood shavings and plastic shavings are. You got that smell of plastic in here. I love it. So why don't you tell everybody what Syn Shop is all about?
Sure. So Syn Shop is a makerspace or a hackerspace, which is kind of the old school term for it. It's basically a community garage where we have like a member co-op system. So we charge $40 a month for our members. We have a lot of tools. We have a lot of knowledgeable people. We run classes. We do a lot of community projects for things like First Friday and just help people out who come in. And yeah, we just like to make things. That's one of our slogans is make things awesome. You can choose to interpret that as make things awesome or make things awesome.
However you want to do it, yeah. So you have a lot of stuff, and I mean it's not just 3D printers or anything like that. Why don't you go? We'll show them what they've got, but why don't you go through what you got back there?
Sure. Well, starting off, we're sitting in the classroom right now where we teach the classes, where you just have the basic stuff: projector, tables, desks and stuff. So we do teach a lot of classes from everything from sewing to electronics to chocolate. Last Saturday, we do have the rapid prototyping area with the 3D printers. We have 3 FDM printers which print in plastic, as well as a I guess it prints in like powder and glue. I don't know what the term is, but it just makes these sort of like sandstone type objects.
Now you got that as a gift, right?
Sort of. So it was this weird thing where this guy in Los Angeles just had it in mini storage, didn't know how it worked, and he said, "Well, why don't you guys, fix it up, and I'll just use it whenever I'm in town." So we fixed it up, and it's here. It's one of those things. Like a lot of the things we have are kind of member donations or things that we pick up at auctions and in estate sales and things like that. So we have a lot of traditional like wood shop tools, like in high school, like the bandsaw and the drill press, as well as more modern things like the shop bot that was given to us by Downtown Project as part of like our seed, as well as helping us subsidize our rent. But I guess the vast majority of things we have are kind of like member donations or things we just came across.
Now the shop bot is a CNC machine, right?
It's a really big CNC machine that can basically, you put in wood and designs and it pumps out like IKEA furniture basically. It takes 8 by 10 sheets of plywood and it's a really cool machine.
Now you also have back there 2 other ones that you guys are putting together, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we make things including tools to make things with. So there's a metal mill that's being converted into a CNC, as well as a Shapeoko that I'm working on today, in fact, to mill circuit boards.
Oh, for circuit? Oh, that's pretty. Is it as in creating a circuit board or taking all the circuit boards?
Basically you take like a copper-clad board and it'll mill out the traces for you, and then drill the holes, and then just pop in your components and solder away.
And of course, you do have 3D printers here. It looks like you have 3 of them. Now, if I wanted to come and let's say I had a membership here, how would that work? Do I schedule time on the 3D printer?
So usually it's pretty much first come, first serve, but we have a sign-up sheet as well next to each of the popular machines, like the laser cutter and the 3D printers. We've never had like scheduling problems. Sometimes the prints take a long time, and so you just like either put your name ahead of time or you just wait for the print to finish. We started out with 1, and we just kept on, adding machines because they were popular. 3 seems good so far. If we get more demand, we'll add others.
Now, next question is let's just say there's a person watching this video right now. It's in a different city and said, I really want to put together a shop like this. Sure. What would be the one thing that you would suggest that they look into or work on or focus on for the first part?
Well, you need to find a community first. I mean, the shop isn't just going to sort of pop up like, oh, hey, I got a lease and here's the shop. Like, find the community first, work with them. The more people you have who are into the type of thing to help you out, the easier it's going to be and the more possible it's going to be. Look around first. Like, maybe there's already hardware meetups in your town. Maybe there's already a hackerspace in your town. If you go to hackerspaces.org, they have a really good listing. And I mean, Syn Shop started out of a garage, and we were running out of a garage for like 4 years before we got like an actual space. Obviously, it's harder to work out of a garage for scheduling reasons. Crux wasn't too happy when people would show up at his, garage at 4 a.m. But people come in here all different hours. So,
Are you open 24/7?
we are not. We have specific hours for members, and they're usually like off hours, so after work, 6 until 10 or 11 every day, a little bit earlier on Saturdays. But we have different membership levels that aren't payment differences, but trust differences. So we have our vetted members that take on additional responsibility to keep the shop open during our business hours and help out and things like that. They're basically people who everybody knows around the shop. They've been found to be trustworthy, clean up after themselves, that type of thing. They've had 3 either board members or other vetted members vouch for them, and we just make them vetted and give them a card, and then they have access.
What are some of the cool projects that have come out of here that you can talk about?
So we have the vending machine. We were looking at that earlier. It's not too uncommon. A lot of hackerspaces have at least half-finished vending machines that are meant to like converted from selling snacks into things that like selling Arduinos and electronic soldering kits, things like that. Ours is doing pretty well. Almost done. In the back there, you can't see it, but there's a like a wooden cart with speakers on it. That's a relic of a mobile pumpkin organ that one of our members, Nate, put together for Blinking Man, which is a downtown nighttime bicycle ride. So basically, he dressed up his bicycle as a donkey and was pulling a wooden cart with pumpkins. When you touch the pumpkins, they would play different tones. And that itself was a smaller version of what I believe was the world's largest pumpkin organ that we did at First Friday in October of that month. So it was like a full 2-octave pumpkin organ, and it was meant to be a world record, but the record keeper didn't show up, so we can't prove it, but maybe next Halloween. Crux, the founder of Syn Shop, is building a Tesla coil right now. We have, really? Yeah. So that will be on display at our Maker Fair coming up in April. There's a couple of Kickstarter projects. Sarah and Mark are working on a project called Light Plays, and they're trying to create an art installation of 100 Delta robots with lights that you control with your mind. So like using one of like Neuros headsets. I think right now they're prototyping with the Kinect, but they're going to hook up to like a Neuros or something similar, and basically like just if you think left, all the bots will move left or right. So they have a Kickstarter going for that. I don't know. There's lots of cool things.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot. And of course, you talked about the different types of classes that you have here, from making chocolate, which could before it was Valentine's Day just ended. You have some sewing classes, as you can see. There's a couple canvas pieces behind us, and anything else. Lots of different other things, not just electronics and.
Sure. Yeah, we're all about making things. So. We're maybe a little bit electronics heavy, but we're definitely into making anything. It's just a matter of, or just the idea of, people can make things, and we just want to demonstrate that and teach people how. So.
Well, where do people go for more information?
You can go to synshop.org. It's Las Vegas, but it's synshop.org. And yeah, just check us out. If you're in Vegas or if you're visiting Vegas, definitely stop in. I'm happy to give you a tour and show you around the spot. I guess that's about it.
All right, cool. Well, Pavel, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, there you go. If you're looking, if you're in Vegas and you're looking for a place to put together something, or you're coming to Vegas to live and you want to get into a maker community, right here at the Syn Shop is where you go. Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine. We got a lot more video. Check it out at geekazine.com, youtube.com/Geekazine. Remember the hashtags DTLV for downtown Las Vegas and Geek Out for Geekazine.